Today, we're going to be discussing health and fitness. I have with me a special guest. She's a daughter, a mother, a friend, and a fierce and full-time health and fitness instructor. She's certified and she's created her own lane in the fitness world. I'm so happy to have her here. She has targeted many communities in the state of Maryland. I'm sure you're familiar with her. She's been featured on many platforms while sharing her passion and love for health and fitness. Join me as I welcome my friend, Denere Hilton, Queen D of Baltimore, Maryland.
Yay.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to have you here.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy
to be here.
It went through, I know we had several dates and I was back and forth, but you're finally here.
Yes.
I'm thankful.
Yes.
I know you're busy.
Yes.
You have things that you do with the schools.
Yes.
Nursing homes.
Not nursing homes, but I'm going to say the ARC is like for like a special school.
Oh,
yeah, so
okay.
I do the ARC. So yeah.
Okay.
Nursing homes, not yet though.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. Well, you're all over the place, so I can't keep up with you.
I can't keep up with myself sometimes.
No, I'm so impressed by you. I've taken your class probably 5 times, if not more. I used to come on a regular basis when you were at Club to Cycle in Woodlawn.
Yes.
I can't keep up with you. I don't know where you get your energy from.
So, I know where I get my energy from.
Tell me about it.
I always tell people I get my energy from the man upstairs because I feel like he actually gave me a purpose. You know what I mean? So that's my purpose. That's my plan. And I'm sorry, not my plan, but my passion. Mm-hmm. So my passion turned into a plan. So all of that coming together, that gives me energy. So I just love what I do.
Well, I can tell that you love what you do, but I still can't keep up.
I can't keep up with myself sometimes, so.
But I enjoy it. It's a fun class. I love the way you incorporate just regular hip hop and you just keep people going, and it's important. Now, I've gone to other sites to visit you, East Baltimore.
Yes.
And, when we've done stuff outside.
Yes.
And, same deal. It's like, I don't see you sweat. You don't seem like you're tired. You just
I sweat.
And you yelling, come on. And you're soft spoken right now, but that ain't your real voice.
No, it's not. This is just I feel when I am not the Queen D, I'm a shy person. I'm shy. I sit back. I'm like this cool person. I sit and I observe things. You know what I mean? So no, it's not. But when I got that on, and I got the platform, I become a different person. Okay. Oh, a totally different person.
Okay, alter ego.
Yeah.
So I know Queen D is your workout name, your fitness name.
So I guess you would say that's the alter ego, right?
That is the alter ego.
Okay, yeah.
Sasha is my alter ego.
Oh, yay! So we both got to be on the same thing going.
Yeah. And it ain't with fitness, though, because that still ain't going to give me the energy to keep up.
So we're going to talk about the fitness thing, and I hope you get, I hope that's in there. So we're going to talk about the fitness thing, so, because everybody think fitness is just about body, and,
Yeah.
It's about other things, too, but I'm going to let you go ahead and finish.
No, we might as well talk about it now. We're here, and you're right. You're right. Fitness is not just the body.
It isn't. For me. And that's what I actually project to my students.
Okay.
Fitness is just not about your outside. It's about your inside. It's about keeping that inside healthy. And I mean for a social game, mental game, everything around you, you have to take care of your inside. And I always say, let that inside take care of the outside. So fitness is just not about how you looking on the outside, To me, when you get a certain age, and I'm over 50.
Me too.
Okay, so when you get our age, we need to start taking care of the inside. Numbers, diabetes, cholesterol, your heart, all of that. We need to start worrying about that out in that inside. And then let that inside take care of the outside. That's how I feel, So
that's why I'm so impressed and why I had to have you, because everything that you say speaks to my brand, which is the inner me. Did you know that?
No,
yes.
I didn't.
Everybody's always focused on what's on the outside, but you're right. Everything you said about the inside is so true. And that's part of the reason why I'm so impressed by what you do, for the communities, how you motivate women. You know, as I've mentioned, I've been to many of your classes, and I see women of all shapes and sizes, and everyone has a sisterhood.
Yes.
And it's not about how much you have to lose, how much, you know, I've gone to gyms and I have friends that I might want to go to the gym with me and they're like, "What you going for?" But it's not about that.
Right, exactly.
And when I attended your classes, that's how I felt. Everybody was looking out for everybody.
Yes. I always wanted that type of environment where it was a sisterhood, where, or brotherhood, okay? Or I call it a hood, okay?
Okay.
The hood. Sisterhood, brotherhood, where you can come and not be judged.
That's very important, and that holds people back.
Yes, you can go to these gyms and you feel like, oh, I don't belong in here because you got this big guy or this girl looking this way and that way. But who to say she's healthy? Who to say he's healthy? Because on the inside, they could be really falling apart. I mean, mentally, they could be really falling apart. So, but I wanted to create that type of environment, a sisterhood, a brotherhood, somewhere you can come, a safe space where you walk through those doors, that anything that you may have been going through, as soon as you get up there, it's like out the door. You know what I mean? You're coming in, you're working out, you're relieving any or everything that, was bothering you before you walked in the door. So that's the type of environment that, I like to have.
It is definitely high energy, and you even say that, I believe, on occasion while we're working out, to leave all of that. Let it go.
Let it go.
Yep.
Let it go.
And that's impressive in itself, because it's sad to say we need to be told that, but we need to be told that.
Yes.
Because everybody wears so many hats, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in life, we're doing this, we're doing that, neglecting ourselves most times because we have goals and we want to help people and we want to be good and supportive. But in our mind, we know we need to slow down. But it takes someone to say, release that.
Yes, release that. Come and work out. Listen to this good music. Let me scream. Let me yell. Let me pump you up. Let me motivate you and everything. My screaming and my yelling is just because I have a story. I have a story. I've been there. I've been in, that person's shoes or that person's shoes. So, just let it go and release it. So for me, yelling and things like that, that's a release for me. And then I'm trying to, pump and motivate the next person out there up. So that's just, my way of like, let's go, get you pumping. Yeah. So, yeah.
Girl. How many people do I know, including myself, that have a story? But you know what? We never look like what we go through.
You're right. You're so right.
Yes.
You're so right.
I think I've said my story time and time again. Do you care to share any parts of your story? Like, what got you into this arena?
Okay, so basically, what got me started to getting healthy, as far as like my weight. My highest was like 189 pounds.
You?
And I'm only 4'11". Yes, 189. I went down to like maybe 169. I can remember 169. And I was dating this guy. He was a street guy. Okay. So I stayed over his house, and I needed like some pajamas. And he didn't have any pajamas, so he gave me a pair of his shorts. And I could fit his shorts. I could really fit this. I mean, his shorts was actually like loose on him, but they were tight on me. And I'm like, man, you don't have any bigger shorts for me? It was, no, I ain't got no bigger shorts. He talking, like I say, he's a street guy. Talking like, oh, no, here's this, that. And he called me a fat B word. And I was like, oh, no, you didn't. But I took it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to fix this. That next day, I think that was like a Saturday night. I think that Monday, I went to Weight Watchers. I joined Weight Watchers, and it was on and popping. During that time, I kind of like stopped seeing him. But then when I lost all his weight and everything, I saw him out, and he had to take a look and another look and another look, and I'm like, yes, it's me. Mm-hmm. He just don't know. He started all of this.
Wow.
He started all of this. Yes.
Non-stop. So
yes.
It's been rolling ever since.
And after that, during that time, I had a cousin who was actually, she was on her weight loss journey as well, and she was taking like Zumba classes, and she called me and she said, I want you to go with me to the Zumba class. And I was like, sure, no problem, I'll go. Went to the class. The instructor was a guy. I liked him, and I noticed on the schedule there was like different Zumba instructors, and I was like, wow, I want to take a female. So I'm like, okay, so I think probably next week I looked to see what the schedule said. Okay, it's 5:30, such and such. And I'm like, okay, no problem. I, went there, took the wrong person's class. It wasn't her that I wanted, but I wound up liking this girl because she was giving us music not like the guy did. Because Zumba, you're supposed to use certain type of music.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. Okay. Yes. You have to use certain type of music. And back then, they were using more Spanish music and things like that, So this girl was giving us music I could hear on the radio, I'm like, wait a minute now, wait. So I enjoyed her class. Mm-hmm. So I just kept taking her class and kept taking her class and kept taking her class. And then one particular day, she didn't show up.
So you didn't taught the class. Don't tell me.
She didn't show up. And they called me and said, she's not here. And it's people here. Can you come teach her class? And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Happened not once, it happened not twice, it happened 3 times. But each time that it did happen, I think the third time I went to the guy, I was like, okay.
Pay the lady.
Where's my money? He was like, oh, we can't pay you because you're not licensed. I said, okay. Yeah. So I said, well, I still continue to take the classes. I was like, he gonna call me again. And he did. I was like, nope, I'm not licensed. I'm not gonna do it. But from there, I went out and got my license. So I was inspired, So it was best to do that anyway. But how I got my license, that's the story too, because my daughter probably will kill me for saying this, but I called her knowing she was in college. And I know she had got a refund check. And I called her, I said, can I borrow $296 from you? She said, for what? I said, I want to go get my Zumba license. I said, I promise you I will pay you back. And I promise you I will make you so proud of me. I promise you. I promise you. That was in November of 2014. And I got my license. And I'm telling you, I started my first class like in December, the end of December. And the numbers was just growing. Like it just went from here to there. It just boom, 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 boom. And I think I made her proud, right? From that $296.
I know you made her
I never
proud.
gave it back to her.
Oh, see.
No, but that's my story. I know it's kind of quick and fast, but that's my story. So
that's an awesome story. Mm-hmm. So when you were your heaviest, right? Mm-hmm. Were you healthy and heavy, or?
I'm gonna say no. I wasn't healthy because I was stressed out a lot. I felt like I was stressed out a lot. I felt like things wasn't going maybe right for me. Mm-hmm. I was in my late 20s. So there was a lot going on. I was a single mom. I was working 3 jobs. I always worked 3 jobs. I don't think I was healthy. If that way, if you're talking about as far as like my inside, no.
No, but I want to stay there for a minute because, I did ask your heavier weight.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just talk about healthy and remove the weight part, because you said something very important. Healthy in the mind, being healthy in the mind. And that contributes to so much, because people have eating disorders because they're unhealthy in the mind. People have mental health disorders because they're unhealthy in the mind. And all of those things contribute to weight gain, but we don't give it the attention. Everybody just focuses on eat, 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 but not why people eat. Does that make sense?
It makes lots of sense. And you just said something that I'm going to tell you here that I've been on a lot of platforms and, interviews, and people want to talk to me, but I have never, ever let this come out. Okay. So because of that, during that time of me, when I did go to Weight Watchers and things like that, they teach you how to eat healthy. It's a lifestyle. But I took that lifestyle to a different level. So I developed an eating disorder. So food was bad and was like an enemy to me, big time. I mean, like my thinnest, and I'm short, and my thinnest, I was like maybe 121, and I never would say anything to anybody, but my family, my mom, my daughter, they was all concerned. My family was concerned. You need to eat. And I'm like, no, I do eat. But I looked at food as being bad. I felt like if I would eat something, I would be back to that 169 and I would be that fat B again. That played in my head. So for years, it went on for years. It went on for years. And it took a certain person to say to me, because he saw it, like, what's going on? Like, this is not you. And I had to tell him, and he made me feel, to start loving myself more and things like that. So it went on for some years. For some years. Yeah. So
loving yourself.
It was, I felt as though I loved myself. I did, but it was something about food. So I looked at certain things as being bad, like a cruise. I went on a cruise one time. And from there, I would tell people I didn't like a cruise because I felt like, because I went to Jamaica or something, I flew there. So I know how it feels now to be somewhere and you can walk around and do what you want to do on a cruise. You were kind of like confined to the ship. It really wasn't that. It was the food.
It was because it was so much.
It's so much right there for you. You could go anytime and get it. You could go get ice cream and hamburgers and cheeseburgers all 24/7. And I just couldn't do it. Every day I ate the same thing. I was eating pudding, because I did not want to pick up any weight.
Wow.
While I was on a cruise ship.
Wow. So there's got to be somebody out there that has that same mindset. Can you share, like you said about you thought food was bad, but at some point you realized after your loved ones confronted you, what have you, at some point you realized, okay, the food is not actually the enemy. So do you have any advice for some woman, some man that's out there right now who thinks food is the enemy? And if you could motivate them some kind of way by your words, what would you say?
I would first say acknowledge it. Acknowledge the fact that food is the problem. Acknowledge it. And that, not that is the problem, but acknowledge and accept the fact that they have this thing with food. And I will also say, honestly, go talk to someone, because there are professionals out there that can actually help you get through that, because you're going to start pouring out to them what's really the issue and things like that. So that's what I did. I went out and I sought help. Okay. And this is the first time I'm talking about this.
Oh, wow.
So I did.
I appreciate you sharing.
I did. I went out and I talked to someone about it. Yeah. Yep. I went out and talked to someone about it. And then, like I said, I was in a relationship at that time too. And he even had said, like, okay, you can't go on like this. I love you, how you look, things like that. So I started feeling better. I started growing into
yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, that comfort level.
Yes.
And that's so important.
Yes.
That's so important to feel comfortable, because we were just talking prior to recording about your photo on your website and how you were really in the buff.
Yes.
And I thought it was a sequence bodysuit. She schooled me. But you had to be comfortable to just be butt naked in front of.
A lot of people don't know that, though. A lot of people didn't know that. No,
it is not a sequence bodysuit, y'all.
Actually a glitter, because it was a glitter paint. It was glitter paint. And actually, my grandmother thought it was like a bodysuit. She was like, "Oh my gosh, Denere, you look good in that bodysuit." It's like, it's not a bodysuit. I am naked with gold paint and sparkles.
But you felt comfortable enough to do that.
I did. I really did. I felt comfortable. I did. But when I got the actual pictures back, and I did it for my birthday. So I was like, oh my goodness, which one of these am I going to put out? I was still feeling kind of reserved about it a little bit. So I had to ask my girlfriend's son.
Ooh.
I was like, which one of these? And he was like, I like that one. And I was like, you sure? He was like, yeah. That next morning, I'm sitting in the bed. I'm like, do I do this? Oh my goodness. Oh, just do it. I did it.
It's hot.
I did it.
So. It's hot. But to be comfortable now at the latter stage of your life, naked, could you say if you had like all the attention that you've given attention to, you saw it after therapy, right?
Yeah.
And you changed the way you were thinking about food. If you had that when you were heavier, do you think you would feel comfortable naked?
I didn't. No.
I'm not far from it, but I don't feel comfortable naked. So it's a mind thing for sure.
It is, but you look good. So like I tell people now, we are a work in progress. Don't beat yourself up and don't beat yourself down. You focus on the positive and you work on what you don't like. You work on it.
This is why I said that, because this is why you're so impressionable. Like when you enter into one of your classes, you make people feel like real. Based on what you just
because
said.
Of what I went through.
And that is so important.
Because of what I went through.
That is so important, because there is still a stigma. When people see someone overweight, I'm not going to say people are prejudiced, but they're prejudiced.
Well, it is. That's the prejudice. You're right. You're so right. They are actually sitting up here, being prejudicing. Is this person, how this person look, and things like that, and
judgmental.
Yes, that's the word, judgmental. And everybody has a story. I remember a young lady telling me one time, she was kind of, I like to say, bold and beautiful. Okay. And she told me, she said, and she worked out, and the girl could go light on her feet and everything. I mean, really good, never stopped, never was out of breath, but she was kind of bold, okay, and beautiful. She said, I went to the doctor's, Denere, and let me tell you, my blood pressure was good, this was good, that was good, everything was good. She's healthy. No, because she probably kept standing to lose a little bit, but she was healthy and she was happy. And that's the key. That's the key. And I still say, when you get into, I'm going to use our age. When you get in your 50s, come on now. We can't compete with, and I'm not trying to compete with a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. We're not going to. What I want to do is be healthy and happy. That's what I want to be.
That's key.
Okay? And all of that's going to take care of
everything else.
Everything else.
Yes.
Everything else. So
don't feel guilty if you get a milkshake tonight. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm not getting a milkshake. I'm getting a sundae. Happy day.
Yes.
It's a way of thinking, and you have to program yourself
Yes.
to think that way. So if you have a goal, and I get this from the way you talk to your audience or your, what do you call them? Because like all the artists have, like Beyonce has what she has,
The
the
beehive. They call it the yeah. They call me they call mine the beehive.
Okay.
But I call my students anyone who comes to me. You can come to me one time and never come back. You still are a move in and shaker to me.
Okay. Okay. So I lost my train of thought, but I was gonna say, what would you say? I think to your movers and shakers that um, have an occasional they splurge on some junk food or something
I
like
always
that.
tell them, treat yourself. Especially if you don't come in my class and then burned out so much, burned so much energy and calories. Go ahead and treat yourself. Treat yourself every once in a while. Yeah, treat yourself.
In moderation.
Yes, treat yourself.
Okay.
Treat yourself. Do not, if you want it, go for it. Just don't indulge. Treat yourself.
I feel like self-esteem is a big issue, and it affects a lot of people. Like some days, even myself, I consider myself very high strung at times, but I'm very shy and reserved. And sometimes I feel like just the smallest thing can attack my self esteem, whether it be um, how I look, what I'm wearing, how much I weigh, or any of those things. So I don't know that you would feel that way, but if you had something to say, motivational, because I know you do, what would you say to a person like
honestly, get out of that. Point blank, get out of that. Start looking at yourself in that mirror and believing yourself. Start saying positive things, affirmations and things like that. Yeah, I look good. This, I like this on me today. You have to start speaking positive things to yourself. Look in the mirror every day and say it to yourself. Oh, I look good. Oh, this may not be, the best, but look good today. It looks good on me today or something like that. So I also tell people to, I hate to say it, social media. Social media has people both ways, in and out. This side on the other side. You have social media have people thinking they are celebrities. And I'm talking about everyday people thinking, that they are actually local celebrities or something like that, I guess I should say. And then that makes people on the outside like, oh my goodness, start thinking
they have to compete with
yes.
it.
Get out of it. Mm-hmm. Get out of it. And it's
limited. And I'm so sad to hear that they're putting something else out today. I think it's called Thrasher or some crap, but I think if you limit yourself like once a week or something like that, that will do the body good.
Well, I can't do once a week.
You can't do it because of what you do. Yeah. But if there's just someone that's not really involved in a lot and that consumes 90% of their day, I think falling back off of it a bit will help too.
Well, social media is it just have people thinking other things about themselves, and it's okay. Mm-hmm. I get it, but it just makes another person who maybe is not as strong as the other person, maybe, makes them feel a different way. Start second guessing themselves.
I agree, and I'm gonna take it to another level because it may not just be the outer. It's a lot of people talking about money, what they have, how much they make, how to become prosperous, and all those good things. And people are literally out here trying their best to become millionaires. And not everybody will be a millionaire, and it's all about being comfortable again.
Yes. I could be honest. Sometimes I'm like, am I putting myself out there like I should be because this person's saying this person's on that? Am I not saying enough? Am I doing too much? Because before I post, I read it 2 and 3 times because I don't want to come across as being unhumbled or being cocky or being arrogant or things like that, And my daughter, who to me, she should be kind of like that social media type person, which she isn't, thank God, but I'll ask her, is this okay to say? And, well, she'll say, word it this way, word it that way. And then sometimes she tell me, sometimes you got to toot your own horn. You got to let people know who you are.
Okay.
So every once in a while and every once and again, you got to let them know, okay, I'm here. This is who I am every once in a while. But when it's keep slapping, you talking about your money, you showing this and you showing that, that's to me, that's a sign of being unhealthy. Or not, maybe not unhealthy, unhappy.
Because you're focusing on, sometimes to some, it may be an impossible
Exactly.
dream.
It's like you almost giving, this is what's going on with me. And really it isn't, probably.
We see you eating that peanut butter and jelly stuff. And you probably don't even have good bread.
So, yeah.
I agree with everything you said, though.
Mm-hmm.
I find it really hard to toot my own horn, though. How did you learn how to do that?
Well, I still struggle with it sometimes.
Okay.
Because I'll have people say things to me. You know this, right? Well, yeah, I know it, but let's say it this way or let's say it that way. Because I don't, like I said, I don't want to come across
like you're not humble.
Exactly.
Or appreciative of all of the blessings that, you have.
But I did post something today where as though I had to get my side to my own horn. I did this today. I did. So. Yeah, but I worded it. I actually made sure I said it in a nice, humble, tooting way.
Well, everybody that knows you, they know your spirit.
Yeah,
so I don't even think it'll be received wrong.
Yeah.
So I think you're so positive. I congratulate you for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do.
Yes,
thank you. You've made an impact in a lot of women's lives. And I'm tooting your horn.
Oh, thank you.
Because I believe, so the word of God says that, am I my brother's keeper? I believe I'm my sister's keeper. So, and I believe motivating each other is what we're supposed to do.
Yes.
And you being here is motivation enough for me. But when I look at you from the outside, I'm impressed.
Oh, thank
I'm totally impressed.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you.
If you had anything motivational to say to someone that might be not struggling with weight specifically, but just finding their place, what would you encourage them? How would you encourage them?
I'm going to use the line that I use in my class. Mm-hmm. Okay?
I'm ready.
Put your hand right here. What do you feel?
My heart.
That means purpose, plan. As long as your heart beat, God has a purpose and a plan for you. Let no man, let no woman, let no one define who you shall be. You go out there and you do you and you be the best version of you. And this is how you're going to do this. You're going to surround yourself with positive people, empowering women, men, women who are going to support you, motivate you, and encourage you and inspire you. And I tell people this, people who are doing better than you. Once you surround yourself with people like that, I'm telling you, all of that just sinks in. You become a different walking human being.
That was good.
That's all.
Much respect.
Find yourself some sisters who are doing really good, who are drama-free, positive, doing wonderful things. And I'm telling you, it just consumes you and it just takes over and you just talk differently.
Mm-hmm. Different light.
Yes, a different light.
Yeah.
And that's basically what I kind of did to become Queen D. I was inspired by women who were actually doing good things for the community, themselves. They were God-fearing women. They were brought up in church. Mm-hmm. And to this day, I still surround myself with them. I'm still with them. I still do things for her. And because of them, I always tell them this. Because of them, I am Queen D. Because of them. Yep.
That's a great testimony.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll segue. I don't want to end because I'm having so
oh
much
my
fun.
goodness, this was so much fun. I have so much to say.
Well, you have an open invitation to come back anytime.
Thank you.
I know you're going to get bigger buildings and you're doing different things. This platform is yours. Anytime you want to come.
Thank you.
Share your stories, share news, whatever with the people. You are more than welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. So sweet. So sweet.
Where does the time go? Sorry we have to end this one. It was very exciting to spend time with you, Queen.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate you coming in.
I appreciate you. I had a lot of fun.
Good. So you already told me we can do a part 2.
Yes.
So later on down the line, look out for Queen D. She's coming back. But in the meantime, I want to thank you for tuning in to Hidden Parts, the podcast. Again, I'm Shawn Monet. This was Queen D.
Yes.
Please like, subscribe, follow, and come back next time. I'll have another episode that you will enjoy. So before I end this, I'd like to switch it over to Queen D because she ends her class by saying something, and I'd love for you to do that this time.
Sure.
So how does it go?
Ain't no party like a Queen D party.
The Queen D party don't stop.
Ayo.
I
See you next week.
Thank you.